Hi there, Michelle here on Butterfly Hill, and it is the summer solstice. It's a weird one, it's 2020, but it is the summer solstice, and I didn't want this day to go by without harvesting our St. John's wort. We are so lucky to have quite a crop of St. John's wort here up on Butterfly Hill. And you can tell St. John's wort, let me get a good piece for you. You can tell the flowers have this great like puff, and the bees come buzzing right straight through it and grab all the pollen. The leaf structure, you can see they are straight across from each other, and the scientific name for this is hypochondrium, I think, which means over spirit in Greek. It is named after St. John the Baptist, as it is harvested on the summer solstice today. So it has many healing properties, mostly analgesic, which is pain relief, and then anti-inflammatory, which of course reduces the inflammation. Both are incredible healing properties and makes St. John's wort one of the most coveted plants for herbalists. It's a special time of the year when it blooms, and when we harvest it, you do want to wait until it's bloomed to harvest. You do want the full flowers. All the research I've done says that the best way to preserve it is to go ahead and cut the flowers and then put the flowers in oil. This is in olive oil, but you can also use non-processed sunflower oil. And they say that after this sits on the counter for about 3 weeks, and we do shake it every day just to make sure it's mixed up really well, that it will turn red. And when it turns red, you know that the oil has seeped out all of the properties from the plants. So in the jar, we're going to put only the blossoms, some of the buds, which you can see right here. Here you can see they're yellow. They say that when you do harvest the plants, if you rub between your finger and your thumb, and if red comes out, then you know the plant is ready to harvest. And that's when they say in the wild. So this is the plant, this is the bud. You can see the buds, they open up into this brilliant flower. Yeah. And the way to for sure know, it's hard to see on this, but they say that if you hold this up to the light, you can actually see little tiny dots or perforations in the leaf, and that's how you know for sure. Now, this grows wild in many parts of the United States and is harvested almost everywhere on the summer solstice. As always, when working with any herbs, please do check with your physicians, because herbs are powerful plants, have been used for centuries. This plant has actually been harvested longer than most herbs, and like I said, is one of the more coveted plants. And so I'm pretty excited about this today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to open up my jar, and I'm going to take some blossoms. You want to take just the top. You don't want a lot of flowers or anything, leaves. You do want some buds in different stages of growth, and these leaves right near the buds are the ones that you do want to put in the steep to do the oil. So we're going to go ahead and just cut a couple more of these flowers, and then we're going to push them down. You need to make sure that all the plant matter is under the oil, because you don't want any molding. And you do need to check it daily. If you do see any molding, you need to take it out immediately and make sure that everything is submerged. Love the look of this stuff. All right, so once this is done, after about 3 to 4 weeks, the oil will be preserved with all of the nutrients from the St. John's wort, and we're gonna make massage oils, because it was originally used for nerve pain, and then also some healing balms, which is pretty exciting. So let me just check my notes real quick. Oh, when harvesting in the wild, they say that you're not supposed to take more than 1 to 7 plants. Whenever you're taking anything, whether it be in your own garden or in the wild, I always try and keep in mind the pollinators. Every morning with my coffee, I sit here and watch the bees come and buzz over the top of these flowers and pollinate. And the bees, the hummingbirds, the butterflies, they know when the plants are going to bloom, and they magically appear and start pollinating. So always remember that. Never take too many. Always leave some for the pollinators. Let's see, the other things we're going to do is, now that this is bloomed, and you can see that we have a lot that have already gone. These are the flowers. You can see they look like little starfishes with fur in them. I'm going to go ahead and cut a bit more of this. We are going to go ahead and harvest this and hang it upside down in a more traditional way of drying herbs. Although everybody that I have, consulted, and all the research I've done says that the best possible way is definitely in the oil. So we're going to do that first, but then I did want to try and preserve the St. John's wort, since it only blooms once a year, in every single way possible. So I think that is it. Yeah, happy summer solstice 2020, a weird one from top of Butterfly Hill, and my first St. John's wort harvest. Thank you.